I'm going to show you how to build the community house from the DREAM SMP, which was rebuilt by Captain Puffy after it was blown up. But before we do that, you might want to go check out my first video where I built the first community house and did the upgrade, because I show you how to do the foundation, and I'm going to be starting the rebuild from the end of that video. So make sure you check that out. I'll have it linked in the description below. And while you're there, make sure you like the video and subscribe. Now we know the community house was blown up, and it was blown up by Tommy.
Tommy blew up the community house.
But was it?
I framed Tommy. I blew up the community house and framed him.
Did you really, Dream?
You remember the old community house and everything? I was kind of the one that blew that up.
Okay, well, whoever actually blew it up, we know that Captain Puffy rebuilt it. So I'm going to take you through how to rebuild it, but first what we're going to do is to start with the upgraded community house. We're going to remove all of the decorations, bring it back to a basic shell, and then we're going to go from there. I didn't want to start this from a completely blown up structure because it would have been a little bit more difficult to rebuild and probably a bit more difficult to follow as a tutorial, because when you blow something up, it's not going to be the same for everyone. So what you want to do is follow through the first video where I show you how to build the basic community house and the upgrade, and then we're going to remove all the decoration that we added to that just so that we've got a basic structure to work from, and then we're going to build on that. Starting at the top, you want to remove all the water from the aquarium, so I'm just using sponge for that. And you also want to remove all of the glass and make sure that it's all cleared. But when you're doing this, you might want to pick up the fish first. Right, pull yourself together. You want to remove all of the sand and replace it with birch planks, and you also want to remove the slabs from the top of the building. From the inside, you also want to remove all of the birch planks so that it's just one layer thick. Then we're going to demolish all the stuff that's inside the building and get rid of the staircase in the center, open up the bottom entranceway to a 3x3 block, and clear everything that's down in Dream's bedroom. Next, we're going to take care of the farm, because there is no farm from here on out, so look away, kids. We're going to remove all the fencing, and we're going to remove all of the oak planks in the middle, and we're going to replace that with grass. Now, coming off the other side of the farm, you just want to build out the path all the way to the edge of the lake, and you want to do that just in oak planks. You want to get rid of the notice board because they've abandoned that idea, and get rid of the doghouse because that is no longer in use as well. We're just going to skip over to the nether portal at the moment, and we're just going to build up these little tower structures that Captain Puffy built. Just adds a little bit of decoration to the nether portal, and we're going to be using different types of blackstone blocks and obsidian for that. I'm not going to go into too much detail on how to build this, but you should be able to see from these screenshots of how it was built. And then we're going to be removing all of the decoration that we did on the upgrade of the community house. You do that on the two sides that had it on there, and then on the other two sides that weren't even upgraded, you want to actually upgrade those now so that all four sides look the same. So this is the basic structure that we're going to be working from. So if you're really lazy and didn't watch my first video, hopefully you should be able to get to this position with the build. If you need to pause it, screenshot it, count all the blocks and see where it is. This is how we're going to be starting to build from now on, so you'll need to at least get to this basic structure in order to follow the tutorial from now on. I do still recommend you go check out my first video just because I put a lot of work into it and I think you'll find it entertaining anyway. And I also give you the actual block counts of how to actually build the structure, which would make it a little bit easier for you to actually get to this stage. Starting at the top, we're going to be extending the building upwards because it is one block taller when it was rebuilt. So we're going to knock out the blocks above the windows, and we want to extend the windows up by one block. And I'm going to be doing that on all four sides at the same time, but I'll only show you one side because they are all going to be the same. You want to use chiseled stone blocks and spruce planks above the center window, and above the main windows you want to use chiseled stone blocks and stone bricks. While doing this, you want to extend the main windows with glass panes, but in the center you want to remove the glass and replace it with birch fences. In the corners you want to remove the stone brick from the top floor, and then on the bottom floor you also want to remove the stone brick except for the chiseled stone block, and you want to place in a red brick block at the bottom, followed by stone brick walls above that. I know it sounds a little bit complicated, but if you take a look at how it's built, you should be able to follow along. On the prime path bridge, we're going to add in some chiseled stone blocks underneath the walls and the fences just along the side. In the centre of all the doorways, you want to put in an upside down stone brick staircase, and also on each of the doorways you want to replace some of the blocks with mossy stone brick, and you can see for each side that I've labelled which blocks you need to replace. Inside the building, the top opening way, you want to line the 3x3 hole with stone brick, mossy stone brick, and chiseled stone brick in the centre. You can see here I'm looking at this from the prime path side, and I've pointed out where you need to place the mossy stone brick blocks. Also from the prime path side, you want to add in a birch slab in the centre at the base, and then a glass block next to that, followed by mossy stone brick walls and plain stone brick walls, and this is going to be the centre column for the stairway going up. And you want to use birch slabs to make the stairway all the way to the top. Once you're at the top, you want to put in a spruce trapdoor above the wall, and then you want to put an ender chest above that. And you can see the only decoration on the top floor is 3 chests in front of the stone brick on each of the sides, and then 3 furnaces in each of the corners. Continue the birch slab staircase all the way down, and then underneath the crafting tables at the top, we want to put in a row of stone brick blocks, and then we're going to use stone brick to decorate the corners. So you want to use a stone brick block, and then on each side of those you want to put in a stone brick staircase upside down, followed by another stone brick block below that, and then a stone brick wall. And this is obviously in Dream's old room, which is a 5x5 square. At the base of the staircase, you want to start digging out where the sewer's going to be, and then opposite that you want to do a 3x3 hole, which is also going to be 3 blocks deep. Then replace the entire spruce plank floor with crafting tables, but in the centre of the staircase, 1 block down, you want to put in an emerald block, and the crafting tables should reach forward 2 blocks into that 3x3 area that we dug out, and then 2 more crafting tables in the centre in front of that. The room that we're going to be digging out here is going to be 9x8 blocks wide, and it's going to be 3 blocks tall with spruce planks on the walls and stone bricks at the base with a birch plank floor. Now there was an enchantment table set up here at some point, but I know that it was stolen as well, so I've just put in some spruce planks where the bookcases would be, and of course Nugget the chicken is now living in a boat, although I'm not sure if it's the exact same chicken, to be honest. So if you've been following along, this is where you should be at the moment, but don't worry if you've been struggling to follow along, there is a world download in the description below. Next up, we're going to be working on the decoration to the outside of the build, and then we'll move on to the roof. Place 2 upside down spruce stairs in line with the center window, and then you want to put in 2 spruce fences above that. Now it's probably easiest if you just watch where the spruce stairs go here rather than me explaining it. And at the top you want to do 3 spruce slabs with a spruce trapdoor underneath it. For the garden areas you want to put 4 blocks of grass along where the stone bricks are, and you want to cover those completely with spruce trapdoors. Then you want to plant sunflowers and roses alternating. In line with the top of the build, you want to use red brick slabs and put them all the way around the outside, and then on top of the building you also want to put more red brick slabs. Inside of that you want to do crafting tables, and then follow that up with birch planks, and then you want to add 6 more in the corners. Next up is spruce slabs in line with the top of the birch planks, and then you want to grab oak leaves and vines and cover the lot. On the inside of the community house over by the Eretz Castle side, you want to add in a furnace and 2 double chests. In the corner, place an anvil with a hopper on top, and then 2 spruce planks with upside down stairs either side and spruce trapdoors next to those. You're going to do that in all 4 corners. And lastly, you want to put in 3 glowstone blocks just 1 block away from the doorway. You don't want to do this on the Eretz Castle side, and you want to add lanterns to those, and then just add lanterns around the center of the staircase, and that's it, you're done. I know I've added in a bunch of torches here because I don't think the lanterns are enough to keep the mobs away, so you want to keep that in mind. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and you were able to follow it along. And like I said, there is a world download below in case you just want to play in it with it already built. And while you're down there, make sure you like this video and subscribe, because I will be coming out with the next version of the community house soon. And I might do a few other Dream SMP builds as well. Thanks again for watching. My name is SwanStar. You can follow me on Twitter at KateSwanStar. And you can also catch me on Twitch at SwanStar, where I play Minecraft live. Let me know in the comments which version of the community house is your favourite, and feel free to tag me on Twitter if you've rebuilt this using my video, because I'd really love to see.